What's up? I'm your boy George. Yeah, I am the true truck. Right now, I'm headed to work. Just to let some of you guys know, I do work for Circle K. That's who I drive for currently. I've been at Circle K right now almost 8 months. So I left the oil field, basically came back from North Dakota. The money wasn't, it was okay, but it wasn't worth. So that's one of the reasons why I actually came back to Florida. And the other thing is that when the oil field gets slow, it gets slow. And if you haven't been there for years, like some of the other guys have been there, you will get put on the bench. And when I mean put on the bench, that means you could possibly go out, maybe do one load, no load. They did have it where some of the drivers would end up being home. So I spent quite a few months up there. That was probably I think my second or third time in the oil field. First time was out in Texas, and this next time was up in North Dakota. There are some pros, there are some cons to working in the oil field, and basically, if you're almost not a single man or a single person, that's rather a difficult situation to deal with. I mean, you can go up and work for, let's see, months at a time if you want to, or you can go up there and work for 21 days. I would work 21 days, and then I would end up coming back home. I'd probably stay a week, and then I turn around and I go back. The flights, that was not an in and out, fly in, fly out situation. So that was more so, I had to pay for my own flight, but because North Dakota from Orlando was a cheap round trip ticket, it was a direct flight to North Dakota and a direct flight back. But the place I had to fly into in North Dakota, I'm trying to think of the name of the place. It still was a 2-hour ride back to Killdeer, North Dakota. One of the biggest things about working up there in that oil field was that they really don't give a crap about you, right? And when I say don't give a crap, you can actually turn a truck over and they would tell you, make sure you had your lunch packed, or dinner, whatever it was, and it would be a few hours before somebody would get to you. It is very dangerous up there in Killdeer, North Dakota, during the cold, and when the ice is out on the road. Quite a few times the truck slid around, turned. So if you have any questions, period, you can ask me questions. I'll help you as much as I can. I deal with fuel for Circle K. So I'm gonna walk you through what it was like. So I end up, long time ago, I ended up getting my tankers, and then I went back and got my hazmat. A lot of people can't or just don't want to try to get their hazmat. I end up getting my hazmat because that goes a long way, especially if you have the tanker endorsement. Most likely you can get any type of local job, and then if you move in a bunch of different directions, you become a merchant mariner, you fill out for that, you work out in the ocean on ships with that TWIC card and with your hazmat. So I came back, I and then I went to work for Groendyke. Groendyke was it was just a company that I went with, and we are taught. Let's talk about how did I end up after owning trucks. So did get a divorce, and that was pretty much it. So I kind of ended up getting rid of my trucks. I didn't, but they were gone, and I had to find something else to do. Had a freight brokerage. Like I say, all that went out the window. So I've been in flatbed, reefer, dry van, box truck. I've done pretty much everything just about in logistics. I done cross-border shipments when I had the brokerage. Worked, let's see, over with Kellogg's. Was it Kellogg's? Target. I got into the Target mentorship program and won quite a few awards over there. I dealt with CJ Logistics, which was a pretty decent company to win freight from. So now basically what I do is I just go to work. I work these hours because remember, fuel don't stop. Fuel constantly goes all the time. So nobody pretty much but just the managers have off at Circle K. All of us drivers, we work 12-hour shifts. You can get done, if you get done early with your 12-hour shift, you just get early and you go home. Most of the time you're gonna work those 12 hours or somewhere around 11 and a half. So and the shifts, they different because you could be working like me right now. I work from a 1:30 shift up until 1:30 in the morning. They call that a night shift. Then you have the night drivers, the day drivers that come in and they work the from 1:30 at night until 1:30 in the afternoon throughout the day. So a lot of times what I end up doing is I end up doing just maybe 2 loads. That's 2 stores a day, delivering everything: diesel, premium, regular, and another fuel called Rec 90. So as you can see, I'm headed to work. So I have to drive about a 45-minute drive to work. Most of the people that work, because the terminals are out of Tampa, but they have several different satellite offices here in Florida. So one of the offices is in Manatee County. You got some over, and you got one. The biggest one is over in Tampa. Then you got some, I believe, is out of Jacksonville, all the way down to Miami, and yeah. So that's pretty much. They trained for quite a while. It takes a while, and I'm gonna show you guys what it's like to get cards. These are cards. So I have them in here. It's quite a few of them. And what happens is you'll get these cards. You got to get trained first to be able to go into the port, and you have to pull at least 3 loads with the driver, with the trainer. Once you pull 3 loads and you get the bill of ladings, then you go to another terminal. You're doing the same exact thing. Then they're going to give you some tests, and the tests are, you need to know exactly how to hook the arms up. You need to know how much fuel you're putting in the truck, where the emergencies are to mash the emergency buttons, where is the area if something happens for everybody to stand up in. So you got to point those things out. But other than that, then I would say, to everybody out there, if you are looking to go into the oil field, you're looking to go into trucking, yeah, it's good money. And some places are not, some, even with this fuel hauling that we do, or that I do down here in Florida, You got to ask the right questions. If you do not ask the right questions, you will not get a decent job. All right, you'll end up with a garbage job. So I'm gonna come back on here as soon as I get to work, and we're gonna go live again. And I am gonna keep you. I thank you so much, YT. Was it YTK Jolly? That's why I see YTK Jolly. But I'm gonna come back on here as soon as I get to work. Just give me a little while, so I can keep my eyes focused on this road. All right, be safe.